The NFL Scouting Combine is this week. All of our scouts and coaches will head out to Indianapolis to get a close look at the top players entering this year's draft. Now, the Combine is always interesting to me because you have these players supposedly rise and fall on the draft board based on what happens on the practice field this week. Now, I understand that the Combine is important. I get that. But I've always found it a little bit odd that we spend so much time talking about what a player does in a controlled environment by themselves with the pads off. With that in mind, I asked our director of college scouting, Joe Ortiz, last week whether he places a larger emphasis on what happens at the Combine or what happens back in the fall on the football field.
I'm taking the football player. The testing certainly alerts you to something that's there in that body. You know, if a guy blows up the Combine, there's something there. Now, to me, if you get a guy that makes a ton of plays in college football, and it's not always the case, you know, some guys just, they peak in college, you know, but they're football players, and you know, they may not have the ideal measurables. They may be missing this, they may be missing that, but man, if you turn on the tape and they just keep making plays, that's a football player, and that's what we need to take.
Now, that interview came from the latest episode of the Lounge Podcast, and I really enjoy the conversation with Joe, so go ahead and check that out wherever you get your podcasts. Now, we'll take off for the Combine tomorrow, and most of the activity in Indianapolis will get started on Wednesday. It's going to be a really, really busy week, so make sure you're checking back often to stay on top of all the news. Now, that's it for me on the Final Drive today, but thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see all of you from Indy again tomorrow.